Hi everyone! I started off this project with a leftover Easter mason jar sign I had in my stash. I removed the metal piece off the top and the jute rope around it, then peeled the paper. Once the paper was removed, I used the sanding block I got from Dollar Tree to give it a quick sand to get off any loose pieces of paper. Once that was done, I did my first coat of paint with white Waverly chalk paint. I did the sides and the top. I only gave it one coat and then I let it dry. Once the white coat was dry, I used folk art chalk paint in the color Imperial to paint the sides and top of the jar, and I let that dry. Once all my paint was dry, I used matte finish Mod Podge, applied a layer to the lower half under where the lid would be on the jar, and let that dry. Once the first coat was dry, I added a second coat of Mod Podge and let that dry. This napkin I got from Marshall's. You want to start off by removing the ply. This one had 3 ply, so you have to remove 2 sections behind the image. Once I had the plies removed, I cut out one section that I was going to use on my jar. Next, I figured out where I wanted to place the napkin on the jar. Laid down a piece of parchment paper over the napkin itself. Then used a mini iron. This one I got from Walmart. I turned it on to the high setting just below the steam setting, and I ironed the napkin down. I checked to make sure the edges were completely adhered, and this is what it looks like. Next, I used the same sanding block and in a downward motion sanded off any pieces of the napkin that were hanging over the edge. Once you're done sanding, take the same Mod Podge and give a coat over the top of the napkin. This will seal and protect your napkin. Remember to use your finger protectors. These little metal pieces get hot. I used simple hot glue and applied a couple beads and put the metal piece back on. Once that was secured, I grabbed a new piece of jute, glued down one end to the center of the jar, wrapped the jute around 3 times, cut off the excess, and glued down the other end. Once the jute was secured, I moved on to some baker's twine I got from Dollar Tree. I measured out one of the lengths of the tails, wrapped it around my hand about 3 times, folded it over my thumb to measure the end of the other tail, pinched the center, wrapped the end around, and tied a knot. Once that was finished, I simply hot glued it to the center of the jar. And there we go, a cute shelf sitter, very patriotic. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like this video. And remember, you can always follow my page at Jenny of All Trades. I'm also on YouTube. Thanks for watching. Stay crafty. Bye!